I'd like to call this meeting of the Architectural Review Board and City Planning Commission to order. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Roll call, please.
Lucky,
Here.
Hunter, Stocko,
Here.
Boardman,
Yep.
Geisler,
Here.
Meinel, Schroeder.
Here. Has everyone had a chance to look at the minutes of the June 6th meeting? And if so, are there any corrections or additions?
Move they be approved as written.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Minutes are approved. First item on our list is Frank Balistreri Homes for the Harvest Point Villas. Belinsky, I'm sorry, why did I say Balistreri?
I don't know, because we were talking about him.
Yeah, okay, Belinsky, thank you. Allison, do you want to take this, or?
Sure, I sure can. So this is coming back to you. This is a project that has previously been approved completely through the City of Elkhorn Plan Commission. It's coming back because there is a very, very minor change within the time frame that they were approved from the Plan Commission and now to the time that they actually want to execute the project and move forward. They have realized there's obviously been a shift in the market and that sort of thing. So the proposed plan is changing the style of condominium building to a different one, which would reduce the size by 118 square feet. So because of this change, they just needed to come back and get an SIP amendment approval. So there is no concerns that I have, and there's also a really brief explanation from Naomi as well, just explaining the previous conditions that were attached to the approval, but that engineering also does not have any problems with them reducing the size of the condos.
All right, does anyone have any questions, concerns?
In total, that's a great question. 16, I think. 16, yes.
32 units.
32 units in total.
Any discussion, any questions? A motion?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We've got one nay.
Who's that?
Motion, Tom.
Okay.
So the motion passes, and these motions for approval, aren't they, to send it on to council?
Yes, correct.
Yep.
It's a recommendation of approval to council.
Okay. Then our second item is Linda Wolf, St. Patrick's Catholic Church, site plan architecture review, discussion and recommendation.
Thank you very much. I can take this as well. I can start very briefly, and then I'll turn it over to Naomi to go over her engineering review. So in the Plan Commission packet, my recommendation was pending. That has since changed, and I believe you've all received an updated copy of my staff review. But the applicant is requesting the site plan and architectural review for a project that was previously approved for the St. Patrick's Catholic Church. About a year and a half ago, maybe, they came to the Plan Commission and they were requesting site plan and architectural review for a building addition as well as parking lot expansion that was much larger than this one. I believe it was 2 levels, multiple meeting rooms, bathrooms, congregating areas, and now they are back with a slightly different and modified plan. This plan is smaller. The proposed project is Still, they are planning to demolish the existing building located at 14 South Broad Street, similar to the other project. But the new building addition will connect to the existing church, and it will be a single level, and it'll be about 4,800 square feet, and it will consist of 5 meeting rooms, restrooms with shower and storage space. The plan does meet all setback requirements of the B1 district, and it appears they are in compliance with all parking and that sort of thing, but I'll turn it over to Naomi.
Thank you. Hopefully, there was a late addition to the packet of a review letter dated June 13th. In the engineering review, I took a look at some of the conditions on the previous approval and reiterated those if they hadn't been addressed. This new site plan is slightly less in land disturbance, still under the stormwater threshold, so no stormwater management is required. Still looking for clarification of the public right-of-way. It just looks like there's some sidewalk within the right-of-way limits, so no concern there. The plans do now show sanitary service to the building. However, it is unclear how plumbing would access the existing sanitary. So I just reiterated we need to show plumbing plans, how that plumbing connection would be made, and what is to happen with the building that's being demolished if it has services. Clarify in the plans how those will be abandoned. And then there is one engineering-related item I'd like the engineer to come back with, which is the storm drain connection, looking to reroute it so it's not under the proposed addition, but rather around the south side of the building, and verifying some of the calculations for that sizing of that connection. Pretty much summarizes my conditions.
Thank you, Naomi. So with that being said, there are a few items that still need to be worked out with engineering and the plans. However, I believe that we are willing to grant or recommend conditional approval on the project with conditions that all Kapoor memo comments and conditions be addressed, modified, and included. Updated plans should be sent to my department for review and Naomi's review, Kapoor's review. The project shall be developed in accordance with those plans. The applicant shall provide reimbursement to the city of Elkhorn, any costs incurred by the city for review of the review of this project, including but not limited to engineering, legal, planning review, or any other fees that occurred prior to permit issuance. The project must begin within 1 year of the date of this approval, or the applicant will be required to reapply again. And the applicant must allow any city employees, contracted firm, or designee unlimited access to the project site at a reasonable time to investigate the project construction, operation, and maintenance. All exterior lighting and signage shall be in compliance with the City of Elkhorn Municipal Ordinance and reviewed and approved by the zoning administrator.
Allison, just for my own benefit, does that 1-year clock start ticking theoretically tonight if we approve it with those conditions, or does it start ticking when those conditions are met and they get final approval? 2 months from now?
I would say when their plan is final, I would begin to count that time down.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Any other questions or concerns? Does the applicant have anything to say, or do you agree with approving it with those conditions?
Sounds correct to me.
Okay. No, that didn't sound like there was anything insurmountable there, so.
Normal stuff.
I move for approval with the conditions that the zoning officer and the city engineer have placed on there are met.
Second. Got a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. And then third, we have Bob Lancer and Carrie Lancer, owners of 325 East Court. You're looking for an approval on your grant application. is my understanding.
Yes,
Allison?
that is correct. This is another grant application approval. Bob Lancer and Carrie Lancer approved for the EEDA grant at 325 East Court Street. Previously has been an auto repair shop or facility. They're looking to use the grant funds to improve the exterior of the property significantly, change the color of the paint, get the roof redone, overall make the building look nicer than it is now.
Okay. Any questions or comments? Everyone get a chance to review this? They need the approval of the minutes?
No, that,
Has this been approved by EDA already?
Yes.
Yes, it has, and we have in our
Okay.
packet, we have a letter to that effect. Bob, do you have anything you'd like to say or add?
Big project.
Okay,
It's
great.
old, it needs attention. So I just want to make it look nice.
Sounds good. Any questions?
Knowing the Lancers, I move to approve the EEDA grant for Bob and Carrie Lancer at 23 East Walworth, right? Is that what the address is?
No, it's,
Toast
was
Street.
it 235 East Court?
Oh, 235 East Court,
325.
okay.
325 East Court.
Yeah. I'll second that.
We got a motion, a second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. It passes, you bet. Do we have any general discussion items?
That was easy.
I will just add that we do have several projects coming. It's a really busy time of the year, which is great. We're still actively working with Creekside, and hopefully we will see them coming back in the future for their SIP approval. But other than that, I don't have any updates.
Okay, we've got upcoming meetings. I know we have stuff on the agenda for July 11th at 6 o'clock. July 18th is up in the air, pending if we get something in, but there's a likely chance there may not be a meeting that day, but there will be one August 1st is a Thursday. So there's not one the 18th, there'll be one August 1st. Any questions about those dates, or anybody have anything else?
So would they be back-to-back weeks?
It'd be back-to-back weeks.
Possible?
But it's possible. I think it's unlikely, but possible.
Yeah, just because of the holiday, the first Thursday of the month fell on July 4th. So we ended up pushing to July 11th. So, but it's not looking like we'll have anything July 18th, but I will keep you updated.
Motion to adjourn?
So
Motion to
moved.
adjourn?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Meeting's adjourned. Thanks, everyone.